Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning from Pictures series. This hour, we're going to be working on an activity that's gone really well in the past. I'd like to try it again. In fact, every time we do it, you never know what you're going to get. It's what's going on in this picture. Learn to describe, compare, and contrast unusual photos of unusual situations from all around the world. All of these photos that you're going to see are absolutely real. I didn't make them up. They're actual photos from major publications like the New York Times and places like that. And what you're going to do is work on your ability to describe, and then I'm going to try to reveal the source of the photo so you can see how close you actually were to the real thing. Let me do a quick introduction before we get started, and then we'll get started. My name's John Eric. I'm your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. And by the way, if you click on that link in the chat window, it says John Eric, Verbling teacher, you can go to my profile page where you can click on follow, and you'll see all my upcoming group classes. And of course, you can schedule a private tutoring class with me as well. And I'll work with you, the private tutoring, on a personalized learning plan to help you get you to your goals as soon as possible. So send me a message before you book so I can find time for you, and we'll talk all about it. What I'm going to do is give you some material to look at. Let me get the material on screen. I'll say hello to everyone, and we will get started. Give me just a second to open that. It's going to take a second. While we're opening, can you hear me now, Javier? Hello, Javier?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. What about you, Tatiana? Can you hear me? Jose, can you hear me?
Hello, teacher.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you, John.
Okay, good. So Javier, rejoin. Oh, I can't write. Rejoin the Hangout. Everyone. Okay, I can't write today. Everyone else can hear me. Okay. So, if you're having trouble connecting, sometimes that happens, particularly in the morning, okay? So just leave the Hangout and come back in, and it should work. Give me just a second to get everything on the screen, and we will get started. I'm opening it right now. Okay, so look, while I'm waiting for that to open, let me just say hello to everyone. So welcome back, Jose. Nice to see you. Hello,
Nice
Jose.
to see you. Hello,
Okay.
John. Nice to see you.
Tatiana, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you. And you?
Very good. Nice to see you. Let me say hello to some new faces as well, like Vero. Hello, Vero. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm fine, thanks.
Where are you from, Vero?
I'm Italy, from Florence.
From Florence, from Firenze. Very good.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. We're going to get started in just a second. Who else do I need to say hello to? Oh, look, Mr. Diego's back. Hello, Diego. How are you?
Fine. Hi, how are you?
A man of few words. How are you? Fine.
Fine.
And we've got Hajar. Am I saying that right? Hajar?
Yes, hello, teacher.
Hello. How are you? By the way, say your name for me so I know that I'm saying it right.
Hajar.
Hajar. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I think you've been here before, haven't you?
Yes, it's not long time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I remember the name Hajar. Okay. You're from Saudi Arabia?
No, I'm from Morocco.
From Morocco. Yeah, I remember you in the class before. Okay. And Javier, is everything working now? Can you hear me now, Javier? Oh. Javier? Uh-oh, no. It's not working. Okay, listen, everyone. I'm going to put this on the screen for you while we're waiting for Javier. Learning from pictures. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on our description skills in the following way. Well, I'm going to ask you, in the beginning, I'm going to ask you a question, then you are going to take over from there very naturally. We're going to talk about the pictures in 3 different levels. First, we're going to just use our knowledge of English. So you're going to get what I call a knowledge question, like say what you see, something very simple. I'll put this in the chat window for you as well in just a second. The model that I was using in the last class looks something like this. Give me just a second. I'll put it in the chat window for you. Just a moment. Javier, is everything working now?
Not really, but yeah. I think I have some connection problems as well, and I cannot see the, on the left of the screen that you have the Verbling and everything. I don't have right now this.
All right, but can you see the slides on the screen?
Yeah, I can see the slides. Yes.
Okay, that's the important thing. Okay, so look, I've given you 5 categories there, but we're not going to do all 5 of those. For each picture we see, we're going to pick 3 of these 5 categories to help us describe what we see and guess what we're seeing. Okay? Let's read through these to give you an idea. Before we begin, let's read through these and make sure that everything is clear. So, Diego, read the knowledge question for us. Can you see the chat window, Diego? Hello, Diego, are you there? Hello, hello? Uh-oh, I don't hear Diego. Jose, can you read the knowledge question for us in the chat window?
Okay. Knowledge. What items or people can you name with the vocabulary you know?
Exactly. So, you're not going to worry about what you don't know, although I can help you with that. Try to use what you do know to talk about what you see. Establish the facts of the picture. Tatiana, can you read the comprehension question? In the Verbling chat window. On the right side. Can you see it?
Okay.
No? Yes, no?
Yes.
Can you read the comprehension question for us? If you can't see it, look here in the group chat. Comprehension. Do you see that?
What's happening with the photo?
Can you read the question for us, please? Under comprehension. Tatiana, can you read it for us? Okay, we'll come back to you in a second, Tatiana. Vero, could you read the comprehension question for us? Oh, you were. Oh, I'm sorry. Tatiana, you're right. I'm sorry. Yes, what is happening in the photo? Exactly. I'm sorry, Tatiana. You're correct. I thought you were asking me the question because I'm confused. You're right, Tatiana. Yes. A comprehension question can be, for instance, what's happening in the photo, or can you describe describe the real situation, not just the things you see. In other words, how do we understand what's happening? Okay. And Vero, can you talk about the application question?
What one sentence caption word you write?
Would you write?
Would you write?
Exactly. What is a caption, Vero, in a newspaper? Where would you see the caption in a newspaper? Do you know what that word means? Caption.
Caption. Take me attention.
Not exactly. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at a newspaper, like the New York Times. Let's take a look at a caption. If I click on the New York Times,
yeah.
Let's see if I can open it. Give me a second here. Okay. This is the caption. here in blue.
Okay.
So the caption is the description under the picture in like a newspaper or magazine. Okay? And so a caption gives us the necessary information about the picture. Gives us a kind of some kind of context. Let's see. Javier, I know you can't see the chat window, so I'll skip you for this.
No, I can see now. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk
verbal-
about
The Verbling or the another one?
the Verbling chat window.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's talk about the analysis question. Read that for us.
Where do you think they are?
Yeah, so that would mean that you pick out a detail and you try to go a little deeper than just the comprehension. Where do you think these people are? Why do you think? This is like a WH kind of question. Where, when, what, how, why. All right? And Diego, you're back. So could you read the synthesis question for us?
Syntaxes?
Yeah,
That?
that's right.
What might they be thinking?
So one way to synthesize, that means create something new based on the picture, is to, for example, put yourself in the shoes of one of the people. Try to get inside their head. So this is an example of what you could do. What might that person be thinking at that moment? How might those people feel at that moment? Synthesis question, okay? And Hajar, could you read the evaluation question? These are just examples, but they give you an idea of what we mean by evaluation. Could you read that for us, Hajar?
Yes. Are they too young to play soccer? Why or why not?
Okay. Imagine we have a picture of kids playing football. This was for a particular picture. But here, you have to develop, so in each of these questions, you're going to try to use the vocabulary that came before in your answer to the next question. So these questions kind of go deeper and deeper into the picture. The last one is you making an evaluation, the highest form of thinking, taking your experience, using the vocabulary that came before, and trying to answer a question like that, a why question. You know, should the people in this picture be doing what they're doing? Are they happy? Why or why not? Is it appropriate? So this is you evaluating the situation. All right, you'll see how to do this in a minute. Here's our first picture. Is everyone ready? Ready! When I say ready, you say ready. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
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 When I say ready, you say ready, but you say it with enthusiasm. Ready!
Ready.
Here we go. Here is your first picture. Who was the most enthusiastic? So Vero, let's start with the knowledge question.
There are two women. One is dressing a hat, a black hat, and a dress, a black dress. Another woman, I think, is a nurse with a baby. And there are I think in an hospital, and they waiting for a person.
Okay, yeah, maybe they're waiting for someone. Okay, very good, very good. So, lots of details there. By the way, this is what you said. There are two women. One is dressing in black, in a black hat. Another woman is a nurse with a baby. They are waiting for a person.
Yeah.
Let me help you with a few things. This is a correction. There are two. You said woman, but the pronunciation is, of course,
Woman.
women.
Women.
Right. There are two women. Take a look at. Second. Take a look at. One moment. Take a look at. Sorry for the delay. P stands for pronunciation. So look at the transcription, Vero.
Okay, women.
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 Yeah. So it's written woman, but pronounced women. It's a very irregular word.
Okay, women.
Okay, good.
Because plural, women, singular, woman.
Correct. That's right.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Let me just make a quick correction in your text. There are two women. One is.
There are two women. One.
Wait. Let me make a quick correction.
Okay.
One is not dressing. One is dressed. One is dressed. Okay. One is dressed in black.
A black hat.
Well, we can't say dressed in a black hat. We can say dressed in black, and we can say dressed in black and wearing a black hat.
Okay.
That we can say, wearing a black hat. Then we need a contrast word, like but. But I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to say whereas. So there are two women. One is dressed in a black hat and wearing, one is dressed in black and wearing a black hat, whereas the other is a nurse. We don't know if it's a nurse. Is perhaps or probably a nurse. You're going to see this in just a second in the chat window. Holding a baby. I think they are waiting for someone. Okay. Take a look at my correction, Vero.
Yeah.
Read it back to me, please.
There are two women. One is dressed in black and wearing a black hat, whereas the other is probably a nurse holding a baby. I think they are waiting for someone.
Exactly. Not a person. I think they're waiting for someone. If we say, yeah, exactly. Excellent. So that is our knowledge question, looking at some details. Okay. Mr. Jose, I want you to tackle our comprehension question, which is what is happening in the photo. So think now about the situation itself.
I think that they are waiting an appointment. Probably they are in a they are in the doctor sales or something like that.
In the doctor what?
Sales. In a place where they are waiting to an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Because the baby has some disease or is ill.
Oh, disease.
Disease or could be ill.
Mm-hmm. So we have to change one thing. Not waiting an appointment, but waiting for an appointment.
For an appointment. Okay.
Okay. And Javier, would you add anything to what Jose said? The question is, what is really happening in the photo? He thinks
really happening?
Yeah,
I agree with Jose that they are waiting to visit the doctor, and I think the black woman is the is the babysitter. So I think that the child is the son of the woman with who is wearing a hat, and they look worried. So probably it's the baby is ill.
Okay, very good.
John,
And then-
the place where you are waiting to visit to a doctor, what is the name?
So there could be in the waiting room.
Waiting room. Okay, it's clear. Waiting room.
You wait in the waiting room. Okay, very good. They
They are at the hospital, yeah, I think, but for the picture.
look worried, you said. So
Yeah,
perhaps
they look worried, yeah.
child is ill. Okay. So Jose and Javier, I made a few corrections to your text, to what you said. Okay,
Yes.
so take a look. Jose, can you read that back to me?
Okay. I think they are waiting for an appointment, waiting to be seen by a doctor. The black woman is probably a babysitter. They look worried, so perhaps the child is ill.
Okay, so I just
It's clear.
I made a few corrections to what
Yes.
both of you said,
Okay.
and you've got waiting room there.
Okay.
As we do this, by the way, I would suggest that you, when I correct your what you say, when I give you feedback later after class, you can copy the chat window into your notes. I can give you a link to the photographs as well. And a good way to review is just look at the photographs tomorrow or the next day. Try to say what you said or what you heard people say in
Okay.
class, right? And
I
check
have to compare. Okay.
yeah. And then check back with the text where I corrected you to see if you can remember some of those corrections, just as a suggestion. Okay?
Okay.
So, excellent. Let's go on to we've got our knowledge question, our comprehension question. Let's go on to our application question. Okay? So Diego, imagine this was in the newspaper. I'd like you to write a caption for this photo. What one-sentence caption do you think you could write here? It's got to grab our attention because it's in the New York Times.
Okay. Black woman breed children, white children of 60th. I don't say.
I don't know the last word. Sorry. White children
Okay.
of.
So, white children breed two black woman in 60s. I think it's a picture
In the 60s, yeah.
of yes. I think it's a picture of the past.
Yeah, yeah.
It's babysitter breed son and daughter of high class in the past. Yes, in this picture is north of south of America or
In the South.
South Africa.
Okay, interesting. Okay,
I don't know. I was.
it's a good guess. I just didn't catch all the
Okay.
words. I heard in the 60s, so I didn't catch your whole caption there. So do me a favor, Diego. Can you write the caption for me in the chat window? Could you write it for me? Could you write it in the chat window?
Yes.
Yeah, because I couldn't understand some of the words. I heard in the 60s, but I couldn't get everything you said. So write it for me, and then I'll correct it. All right. Very good. Very good. Before I reveal the source of the photo, let me just hear from the rest of you. Actually, oh, we've got one more question to handle. We've got our, I'm going to go to our synthesis question. Okay? So, and then I'll go back to you, Diego, when you finish writing. Okay? So our synthesis question, so keep writing, Diego, keep writing. Are you writing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Hajar, I'm going to ask you to tackle the synthesis question here. Okay? What might they be thinking? What might those people be thinking?
I think the women think about what we will doctor told them of her ill and he uh,
Okay, so the word is the illness, Hajar, illness.
Yes, illness, yes.
Okay, good. Take a look. I'm going to make a little correction for you, Hajar. So take a look in the
Yes.
chat window.
I can't see the chat window. Can you please write in the Verbally chat?
Yes, one moment. One moment. Just a second here. It's a little difficult for me to write in the Verbally chat. 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, take a look. So I made a little correction. Could you read it back to me?
Yes.
Could you read it to me?
I couldn't see it.
In the Verbally chat? You don't see it?
Yes.
No? Really? Uh-oh. I wrote it for you. Okay, let me read it for you, okay? What I wrote was, I made a little correction. The women are... Oh, I made a mistake. Wait a second. I wrote it wrong. Hold on a second. I wrote thing instead of thinking. There we go.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it.
Okay, read it for me, please.
Yeah. The women are thinking about the doctor will say about the illness.
Okay, yeah. So the word you were trying to say, you said ill, but it's got to be illness. Illness. Okay. So I hope I understood you correctly, Hajar. The women are probably thinking about what the doctor's going to say. Diego, where's your text? I don't see it. Diego.
Yes, yes.
Did you write the text for me? Your caption?
Yes.
Where is it? Can you put it in the chat window so I can read it? And then
just one sentence or the script.
No, your caption, the one that you said to me earlier. Could you write that for me so that I can correct it? Could you write that for me in the chat window? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. They are waiting.
But I want you to write it. I want you to write. Write. Escrever. Escrever. Because
I write.
Yes, yes. Okay, and then I will correct it.
Okay. Okay. I write and you correct me. Okay.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
All right, very good. While Diego is writing, let's take a look at the real situation. I'm going to give you some text to read about the source of the photo. Give me just a second to open it. One moment. Sorry, I'm opening it on my side. It takes a minute. Almost there. My computer's a little bit slow. Okay. Oh, and of course, I didn't put the source of the photo. Give me a moment. I have to open the original source. Okay, Diego, where is your text? I don't see it. Are you writing?
No, I reading. What moment, please?
Okay.
I finished 1 second.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, Mr. Jair, in the window, I just put in the original picture, the original caption. Do you think you could read that for us, Jair?
Yes, I think so. This week's image comes from the article "Help Unravel a Gordon Parks Southern Mystery," published on January 12, 2015, and the Lang's blog. There is no caption.
So there's no caption, but we do have the beginning of the article. Keep going, Jair. Let's see how the article begins. So we don't know what's really going on in the picture, but we know about the article itself. Could you read the beginning of the article?
No, I can't see.
You don't see the part, how the article begins? This is how the article begins?
Let me see.
You got to scroll down a little bit.
Oh,
If you don't...
No.
Okay, no problem.
I don't think so.
No problem. Javier, can you see that text? This is how the article begins.
Yeah, sure. So, from we don't know the women's, no. Not sure.
Oh, no, above. This is how the article begins. Go up a paragraph.
Okay, I can see now.
Go for it.
Okay, this is how the article begins. The image is striking: a stone-faced African-American woman in a spotless maid's uniform cradles a white toddler while a stylist
Like this. Stylishly.
Stylishly dressed white woman sits nearby. Gordon Parks took the picture at the Atlanta airport in the spring of 1956. Those few
tidbits
are the only things certain about this photo. Anything else is conjecture. Conjecture.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no caption because Gordon Parks is a very famous photographer, and there's no caption because he never found out what was actually happening in the picture. So it's really up to us to decide, and not from the 1960s, but from 1956. And Diego, you were right. It's in the South. It's in Atlanta, and also Jair. Say those two words that I wrote in the chat window at the bottom. Say those for me again, please.
Tidbit.
Look at the pronunciation there. Tidbit. Okay? And you can see the definition as well. A small piece of tasty food is a tidbit. The thing you read is, those few tidbits are the only certain things. Now, it's not food. It just means a kind of a clue, a tidbit. But something that we can, something that's a good clue. Just like a tidbit is a good piece of food. So those little clues. And the word before that as well, Jair? Before tidbit.
Stylish.
There you go. Stylish. Good. So you can see the transcription. And Diego, let's take a look at your caption also before we move on. They're waiting for something. I guess this picture was 60s. It's maybe okay. Okay, so the problem there is the word breed. We can't use the word breed like that. They're waiting for something. I guess this picture was taken
Right.
in the 60s. The black woman is, I can't say is the babysitter, but we could say could be the babysitter who took care of the children of
Okay.
of the, what did you say, of the upper class white woman. Okay, I'm going to talk specifically about that woman in the picture. So Diego, read that back to me. Do you see the changes that I made?
Yes, yes, I can see. Um,
So we have to get rid of
I
breed.
read.
Yeah, read it for
Yes.
us, please.
Okay, they are waiting for something. I west.
What's
I west. How I pronounce I west?
I guess.
Okay, I guess this picture was taken in the taken in the 60s.
60s.
Okay, 60s.
Good.
The black woman could be the babysitter who took care of the children of the upper class white woman.
Okay, very good, very good. So your guess was pretty good, pretty good. She's the maid, it is the South, and it's almost the 60s. Not a bad guess at all, Diego, not a bad guess. Okay, now you know at least something about the picture. Take a look at this one, class. This one's a little different. Let's see. Let's start with the knowledge question. The knowledge question. So let's start with someone else. Let's see. Javier, why don't you start us off with the knowledge question? Javier, what items or people or type of people can you name with the vocabulary that you know?
Okay, this picture was taken in a museum, and there are some pictures behind the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The man is wearing a. I don't know the name of the.
Class, help him out. What's he wearing?
It's a military dress, no? A military dress, probably, and he's wearing a mask, a protection mask in order to breathe without any problem.
Mm-hmm.
And what's more, there are some chairs with boxes on them, and yeah, the picture, I think that it's everything.
Okay, very good.
I guess that he's protecting the museum, or I don't know.
Okay. So perhaps he's protecting the museum. Perhaps he's protecting the museum. Okay, good. Take a look at my corrections, Javier.
Mm-hmm.
Read them back to me.
What items or people can you name with this vocabulary? You know, this picture was taken in a museum. There are some paintings behind a man. Okay, so it's paintings, not pictures. Yeah?
Right? Good.
He's wearing riot gear.
Riot gear. Riot gear. That's the name of that kind of armor. Riot gear. When
Right.
people are rioting in the street, when they're violent in the street, the protection is called riot gear.
A gas mask, okay, a helmet, and more. Yeah. And there are some chairs with books on them in the background. Perhaps he's protecting the museum.
Right. So I've given you a little more vocabulary, like background,
Mm-hmm.
paintings, riot gear, gas mask, helmet, and yeah, that's about it. Okay. Very good, very good. So let's see. Tatiana, let me ask you the comprehension question. What's really happening in the photo? What do you think is really happening?
I think his exhibit, and it is night, and he is bored, and he can and won't avoid on the museum, and he want to see picture in other rooms, and he like it, and every night he go to these rooms.
Okay, very good.
Museum.
Why is he there?
And I think caption is night stroll.
Ah, okay, very good. We even got a caption.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we'll say caption. Night stroll, yeah?
Yes, night stroll, yes.
Excellent. So this is what I made a little correction there, Tatiana. Can you see my corrections?
Yes, can. What is happening? What is happening with the photo? Yeah, he's at an
Like this. Exhibit. An exhibit.
Exhibit, yes, an exhibit. It's a night, and he is bored. He wants to see at paintings and paintings in the other rooms. Night stroll.
Night stroll.
Yes.
Maybe he strolls around at night. Could be. Could be. Jair, I want to ask you this question. This is our synthesis question. You see what I wrote? What might... Oh, that should say he. What might he be thinking at that moment, Jair?
I think I'm not sure the scenario, but I think he's doing certain type of presentation for kids, and he's think to how he could get attention from kids or from someone that are look at him now to do the next movement, maybe.
Oh, interesting. So, what kind of presentation is this?
I think how can I say? I think in front of him there are audience, and they are trying to show something or to attract the people attention. Yes, because in behind you can see a box from Unilever, you know. Yes, I think it could be not a museum, but an old house or something like that. And he is to get attention from kids. You know, you need to do something to attract them, to keep the eye, so they can relate the environment with the history and with the guy in front.
Okay,
Yes,
maybe. I think he'd scare the kids, though, wouldn't he? Those kids are going to be pretty afraid. Take a look at. I gave you a few suggestions in the chat window. Some extra vocabulary, Jair. See what I wrote? So some extra vocabulary. Read that back to me.
He's doing a presentation for kids. He's thinking about it now. He could grab people's attention. He's thinking of his next move. He's facing an audience which is out of the frame.
Uh-huh. So, a couple extra words. Grab people's attention.
Okay.
How he can grab people's attention. So he's dressed up in his costume, right? So that's how he's going to grab their attention. And he's thinking of his next move. The next thing he's going to do is his next move.
Next move.
There
Right.
you go. Okay. And one last word. Out of frame. You can't see the audience. So frame in Portuguese is plano, I think, because you can have plano próximo, which is like a close-up, a close shot. So the
Yes.
frame is the square. So they're out of frame, fora do plano, or something like that. They're out of frame. Okay, that's a good expression. So we have two good words for talking about images now. We have background, from what Javier said, and we have out of frame, from what Jair said. Okay? Very good. Do you want to know where this photo really came from, class? Are you curious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you're not, we'll just move on. Jair, I asked you this for a reason, because you might be able to relate to this. Okay? Let's see. Let's take a look in the chat window. Okay? So, Jose, do you think you can read the actual source of the photo for us?
Okay.
Can you
This-
see where it is?
Yes.
Yeah, go
This
ahead. Go ahead.
week's image comes from the Feb 26 picture of the day post on the Lens blog. The original Times caption reads,
By the way, Times is the New York Times. So you can go to the New York Times Lens blog and you can see these photos. Go ahead, Jose.
Riot Police body armor being modeled in Rio de Janeiro. Yasuyoshi Chiba, the photographer, provides more background information in his Behind the News post on AFP.
That's
I
the
was-
AFP is Association of Foreign Press, or I think that's what it is. So anyway, this is another news site where he explains the photo. Go ahead,
Okay.
Jose.
I was on a routine assignment at the Rio de Janeiro. At the Rio de Janeiro Riot Police headquarters, shooting photos of a special battalion that's been trained to deal with demonstrators during the World Cup in Brazil. It was a public relations exercise aimed mainly at the foreign press.
Aimed mainly.
Aimed mainly at the foreign press to show the unit's readiness. Very chested police officers pretended very realistically to be rioters. You can see more photographers and learn more about the exercise in Mr. Chiba's article. Welcome to Rio. Brazil comes gear up ahead of the World Cup.
Not jeer, but gear up.
Gear up.
Careful, careful. It's not cheer. Listen, gear.
Gear
That's
up.
it.
Gear.
So gear is the same as equipment. If you gear
Okay.
up, you're putting on equipment. So remember the World Cup, Jair? Remember the demonstrations in Brazil? Everyone?
Yeah, yes, I remember.
Yeah. So this
Yes,
was
I remember
We
there
lost
as well.
so this is how they prepared for the demonstrations. Oh my
Yes.
God, it looks like a war zone. Oh my God, look at that. So
And finally, where is it? Where was taken the picture? I don't know. It's a
in
museum.
Rio, it's in Rio.
Yeah, but in Rio, in a public, I mean, it's a museum, a politician place, or what is it? I don't know.
That's a good question. Good question.
I don't know.
Police. Oh, no, it says here. Look. I was at assignment at the Rio de Janeiro Riot Police headquarters. This is the police building. This is the police. The headquarters of the police. So, this is the. Let me see if I can go to a picture. The military police. The military of police headquarters. in Rio. So this is the inside of the building. This is what it looks like, I guess. Wacky, huh? Okay, we've got time for, I think, one more. Let me see if I can do one that's a little different. Give me a second here. Okay. I don't have a lot of information about this one, but I think it's interesting, so we'll try it. Let me see. Which page is this? This is 6. Okay. Don't have a lot of information, but let's take a look. There you go. Vero, can you start us off? What items or people can you name? Say what you see.
I see a gray sky and a fork. And the image for me is eating the fresh fish.
Good. In your sentence, you have to put the fork first. I see a giant fork against not the gray sky, but a gray sky. Perhaps. Give me a second.
Yeah.
It's for eating fresh fish. Take a look at my correction, Vero.
Okay. I see a giant fork against a gray sky. Perhaps it's for eating fresh fish.
Yum. Fresh fish, huh? Yum, yum.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's just say a quick hello to somebody down there. Abdullah, nice to have you, Abdullah. How are you? I don't hear Abdullah.
Fine.
Oh, there he is. Excellent. We're just about to end the class, Abdullah. You got to come earlier. It's only 3 minutes till the end. Ms. Hajar, I'd like you to take the comprehension question. What's really happening in the photo, Hajar? What's your guess?
Me?
Hajar,
Yes.
what's happening in the photo for real? Beyond the picture, what's the real situation, do you think? Vero thinks it's for eating fish. What do you think is really going on in the picture? Any ideas?
No.
No ideas. Class, what do you think? Help her out. What's really happening? How big do you think that fork is?
It is a huge fork.
It is a huge fork. Okay.
I think it could be a picture.
You think it's not real?
Yes.
Yeah? It's real. No, it's real. All these are real pictures.
I
Someone
think
else? Go ahead, yes. Shaya, go ahead.
I think it is a regular fork, but they adjust the camera, you know, very close to the fork, and because of that you can see the fork is big, but in fact it is the regular size, you know, because I have done some pictures with my kids' toys, for instance, and I can have the same impression when I took the picture.
Well, let's find out what's really going on. Take a look. Take a look in the chat window there. Diego, can you read that for us? Let's look at the source of the picture. Can you read that?
Yes, but
Can you read what I wrote?
I can't read because I don't.
Oh, you can't see it. Okay, no problem. How about you, Abdullah? Can you read the information I just wrote in the chat window?
Oh, where in the photo?
In the Verbling chat.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Just 1 second.
While you.
I can see.
Okay, go ahead, Diego.
Okay. Here fork and
Giant.
beside it.
Wait. Giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
Okay. Yes. A giant. Okay, or no?
Yeah. Good.
A giant fork designed by Jean-Pierre Sauc. It's set up on Lake Geneva, Switzerland, October 17, 2014.
That's it. And here is the actual picture, and you can see how big it really is. That's a person in a boat. So Jair, that blows a hole in your theory, unfortunately. It's not a little fork. It's a really big fork. Either that or that's a really little man. I don't know. Maybe that's a small man. So this is from the website for the exhibition, The Giant Fork by this artist. Just a stone's throw from the famous statue of Charlie Chaplin. It's become an emblem of the town. So this is on Lake Geneva. So it's art, everyone. The Giant Fork. Okay. Listen, I've got to start the next class, but I hope that you enjoyed some of these pictures. I try to bring you something unusual from around the world, and I try to give you feedback on your descriptions so that you get some new vocabulary and you've got some ideas, not just how to describe things, but maybe it opens up a new idea about what's going on in the world, too. These pictures hopefully make you think a little bit. So excellent job, everyone. I'm going to be back in just a minute for language games. We're going to be playing Word Jeopardy.
Okay.
If you've ever seen Jeopardy, then you'll know that you're going to play a game that's a mixture of trivia and a mixture of English vocabulary, coming up in just a minute. Okay? Bye for now, everyone.
Bye,
See you soon.
John.
Bye-bye.
Giant.
Teacher,